Roberts lived in Maine for more than 20 years before she moved to Florida, where she now lives full-time, and she is a frond artist. If you've never heard of it before, don't worry. Peggy is in the 207 studio with us to explain what it is. You're looking at the art here, but okay, frond art. What exactly are we talking about here?
Well, probably a lot of different things, but what I do is I take palm fronds, particularly from royal palm trees, which grow prolifically in our area, and I make them into whimsical creatures. And I paint them, I cut them and shape them. And it's a lot of fun.
And you have all kinds of different animals. So obviously we have a giraffe here, a unicorn here, but you have sea turtles. What other creations have you made?
Oh, lobsters, they're pretty popular up here in Maine. And I have all kinds of things. I have dragonflies, I have, now you put me on the spot.
I know, but there are so many cool things.
I probably have at least 20 different creatures that I've made to date.
And we were talking too that when you're going out and you're looking for the pieces for this, I know we don't have the full, actually I'm gonna grab one of these pieces while we're still looking at the art. When you're going out and you're looking for your art pieces, this is something that you typically will come across. And now do you, this is the frond itself, right?
Part
so
of it.
do you know when you look at this what it's gonna be, or how do you figure it out?
Well, actually at this point I do know some of the things it can be. Believe it or not, a portion of one of these is the head of this unicorn. But I often use these for giraffes, as you see over there. Yeah. And there are other creatures that I'm thinking of making with them, such as horses, which is, of course is going to be similar to a unicorn. But this is only a small part. These fronds can be up to 20 feet long.
Wow.
The stem goes off of it, and I use the stem for a dragonfly body. This side comes out, the bottom of this side gets very wide, and I use it for sea turtle shells.
Very cool.
And I use the edges from something you'll see later, but this one's broken, but I call it fleather for frond leather. It gets thin and it's easy to work with.
And that's kind of how you made the mane for the unicorn here.
That's right.
So how did you, I'm going to set this over to the side here. Tell me how, when you're going in to make one of these creations, okay, you just showed us what the piece looks like first. How do you make the mane to look the way? You have eyelashes there as well, a horn. How do you do it? We've got some supplies here.
Well, the eyelashes, this is a fringe part off of a palm frond. It grows on the edges of some of the fronds, and I can pull off these individual pieces. The bigger ones are for some things, and then the smaller, thin ones make the eyelashes that you see on both the giraffe and the unicorn.
So cool.
I used to curl them. I wet them and curl them in an old foam roller. But now I found a new thing. I use a curling iron, not the triple one, but I use a single barrel curling iron and curl these eyelashes. It's a lot easier.
Yes, all right. And then if you want to make the mane or...
Sure. This is a small piece of that fleather I was talking about. And I cut some shapes out that would be used on here. This is nice and hot.
Yeah.
Have to be careful of your fingers. You have to make sure that the frond piece is damp. And you can hear it sizzle, right?
Yep.
See 'em?
Yep, you can.
Okay. And then, see the steam rise?
Yes. But that's why it needs to be damp, because that's how it's going to hold the shape for you.
It'll crack if it's dry.
Wow, okay, so you just let it, and then it gives you that beautiful piece. And then you were talking about, too, you can kind of change the colors.
On this one, most of them I painted with metallic paints, but some of them I use what I call a paint skin. It's painted flat, and I peel it off. I glue it to these, and then I trim it around the edges, and it ends up like all of these blue ones here on this piece.
So cool. So cool. I mean, I don't know that I could make something like this. It's fabulous to look at. And if other people want to see you, your artwork, it's this weekend that they can come out and see you?
Yes, it's in South Portland at Mill Creek Park. It's from 9 to 4, this Saturday only, the 10th. Right now it says it's raining, but we're not going to let the rain stop us.
Right.
And Jenna Martin Fisher has coordinated this. It's the 44th year they've done this.
It's amazing. And we mentioned you live in Florida, so if people are interested in learning more about your art and how you do what you do, where should they go?
Oh, well, frondartist.com, and I'm on Instagram and Facebook at frondartist.
Awesome. Great stuff. Thank you so much
Thanks
for coming
for
in
having
and
me.
showing us
This was a lot
off.
of fun.
This is awesome. If you want to learn more about Peggy, her art, just head to the 207 section of our website and app. And don't go anywhere. We've got more of our show for you right after this.